Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you're never leaving my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a minor. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my veins. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Hope everybody's doing well and swell on this Wednesday. Wild world. Beautiful day yesterday in Rochester. In the crime-ridden city. And all the other craziness goes on here. But yesterday for a while, and right now today is not a cloud in sight. Yesterday was actually deep blue clouds. Today, right now, there's deep blue clouds too. But extremely nice out. You know, people happy. You know, I caught the city taking advantage, you know, as they always do. And, you know, always ticks me off. You know, it's unnecessary. Very unnecessary stuff. Money generators. But it is what it is. But what's on the menu today is parental rights agenda in Rochester, New York, and surrounding is in full swing. All right. It's in full swing. And I'll just lay it all out. I'm kind of late, you know, but I don't want to go too long, but I want to drop, you know, my thoughts and opinions and facts on the whole matter. And I've been telling y'all about this parental rights agenda for a very long time. And here we go. As planned, as it was supposed to happen, make the teens out of control along with the agenda. Get the teens out of control so they can strip parents of their parental rights and generate income, of course, generate money, funds, and further the loop of, you know, decay of society, you know. And there's some people who are condoning it and like, yes, you know, there's some people promoting it. Let's hold the parents accountable. But there's no fucking way these people are even rubbing a brain cell to think about the ramifications of that. Okay, they're clearly not thinking, and they're clearly actually supporting the agenda. And that's where we're at in society. Many people believe they're fighting the agenda and things that these same sources put out are, oh God, now they're doing something for us. No, it's always against you. What the fuck? What the fuck don't you guys understand? You know? What the fuck do people don't understand? To even contemplate, yeah, that's what we should do, hold the parents accountable. No, no, that's what we should do, not the government. We should be holding each other accountable for what our fuck our kids do. Not these motherfuckers. They're just gonna roll the agenda on your ass. Like this is what they wanted, and by you supporting it, condoning it, you're giving them what they want. They want this. They created the whole entire fucking thing, you know? And that's what people fail to realize and seem to forget. You know, we're gonna go all the way down. We're gonna, punch and bag out. You know, we're gonna go all the way around, and down, because there are many parents out here, because that's all you are. You're not a, you know, You're not a mother or father. You're a guardian. You're supposed to be guarding their property. And if you don't guard their property correctly, this is when they can arrest you. See, it's also showing you how the system works. But people are too dumb to even see that. You know, they're telling you straight up, like, the grandparents got arrested. But what the fuck? And here, Palmyra, New York, which is a, surrounding Rochester in a some sorts, right? And in Gates, New York, which is actually a border to Rochester, is doing the same thing. They're arresting parents for their out of control fucking teens. All right? That's what they're doing. And do I agree with that? Absolutely not. No fucking way, shape, or form. I agree with parents fucking hurting their children be arrested, but not this is where we've come in society to where now people are actually calling for tyranny and don't even know it. They're begging for tyranny. They're begging to be, to go places where you don't even really want to go there. You know, it's wild, man. But it's rolling full swing. And I told y'all this was going to happen. Like, how long ago? I told y'all when Mr. 19, in 2019, that they were coming after parental rights. This is what it's all about. This is what they got to do. Out of control teens. Well, let's start charging the parents. Well, do y'all understand where that leads to? And in my area, okay, they're charging them with endangering the welfare of a child. Now, when it comes to due process, there's no way no one's ever going to get charged with that. This is how they just want you to come into court, right? You can't. There's a such thing, which they want to do away with, which, truthers and people who think they're fighting for freedom and justice warriors are actually bringing this all on, right? That will be eliminated with that frame of thought, of freedom, an illusion. These people don't understand that they're actually bringing in what they want to bring in. All right. So due process, there's a such thing as due process. Now, in order to be arrested, you actually had to commit a crime. You, physical being, had to actually do something. All right. Now this ain't new because there was just some parents who got convicted and sent to prison for years. I think 10 years, because we don't care about the truth community, what they believe. Oh, it was a psyop. It wasn't a real shooting. Fact of the matter is, two parents, even if it was a sideshow, they showed you went to prison. All right. So they've been doing this shit. They've been showing you this is where they're headed with it. Now, you know, there was one thing that the mayor of Rochester got right. He ain't on board with that yet. All right, it's coming. He's just playing the fiddle. He just wants to see the reaction from these surrounding areas. Then he's gonna jump on board because, believe me, there's a reason why the Monroe County Family Court building be empty as fuck. Right? They got a lot of room in there. They got Zoom. Oh, they ready for this agenda. All right, they're ready for this agenda. Pure agenda, nothing else. And what it's to do is to strip parents of their parental rights, because that's all you have to your children is rights. When you sign that birth certificate, you just signed up to a contract. It's not, oh, that's what we're supposed to be doing. No, there's a reason you have a birth certificate. There's a reason you got to sign it. And there's a reason why you shouldn't fucking sign it. Those are mistakes I made. Never sign a fucking birth certificate. Ever. Doesn't mean anything. It's their paper. Doesn't mean you're not the father, but in the matrix, yeah, you're not going to have no rights. But hey, you got to figure that out. And hopefully you're with a person that's balanced enough to know not to involve other entities into your business. But that's probability of that is, 99.99% never will be on the board. But there is some people out there that like, nah, fuck that. I'm with you, you know? Yeah, you have to go through a whole CPS and all this other shit. But when it boils down to it, bitch, we don't gotta sign this motherfucking paper. We ain't doing anything wrong. You see? Get right down to the bare bones, you know? So it is what it is. But this thought process of holding parents accountable. Yeah, we should. The community, brothers and sisters, family. Yeah, somebody got a badass kid. Everybody should be working together with that motherfucker so they don't be bad. Not these motherfuckers throwing the parents in jail. What the fuck kind of twisted society we living in? And people think that's cool. People think, yeah, I'm hold the parents accountable because why? They fell into that same energy that's running around here and causing mayhem and havoc in the name of justice. That same energy got motherfuckers that think they're for freedom saying, yeah, they need to hold the parents accountable. These badass kids, look at they're terrorizing the fucking city. Not to mention, okay, not to mention that this whole shit was orchestrated and constructed so the kids can behave that way. You know, I mean, this shit is deep and wild, and this is the shit that what I'm gonna talk about. People don't fucking think about. You know, sounds good on the surface. Oh yeah, parents should be held accountable. These badass kids, they should be knowing where their kids. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we was all kids too, and I was a badass motherfucking kid. I didn't listen. What I want as a child, my parents go to jail for some shit I did. Yeah, that's the way, angle they're looking at. But that's not the agenda that they're laying in front of you. Yeah, it looks good, but kids don't give a fuck. You know, it'll change some kids, but kids don't give a fuck. They out of control because some of the parents ain't even fit to be a fucking parent. I get that, right? But arresting parents and shit for some badass fucking kids, come on, man. If that isn't a target to a certain demographic of human beings, I don't know what else is. Color. You know, that's why they're trying to show all the suburbs and yeah, yeah, yeah. They know in Rochester it's mostly young, black, and brown teens, and they gonna be a lot of parents catching fucking charges. All right, but this is where they're going with this shit. But here's the kicker: they got all these fucking places, all these. They're talking all this rhetoric about holding parents accountable, but yet you mean to tell me when I was in young motherfuckers went to juvie and all this other shit? We were scared of that shit. Where is all that shit now? I'm in agreement with putting these motherfuckers in a jail cell. I'm all on board. If these motherfuckers want to act reckless and act like adults and ignorant and all this other shit, put them bitches in the fucking jail. They need to be removed for society. I'm on board with that shit. I'm not one of these motherfuckers that are like anti-jail and like, oh, you know, they're putting too many people in jail. This is not right. Man, put these motherfuckers. They out here committing crimes. Go to jail, bitch. Get in the fucking box. That shit should start as early as these motherfuckers. It should be based off of age of maturity, not age like, oh, they got to be 16. No, these motherfuckers should go to jail. You want to act like a big dog? Go to jail, bitch. Little motherfucker, go to jail. As good as I want to slap the shit out of some of these little badass motherfuckers, send them to jail. You already took the community and parental, you know, ass beatings years ago. You know, you whooped your kid's ass, you got a CPS case. So this is their fault. Like, this is the system's fault, and the system's coming with a solution to arrest parents, and motherfuckers is agreeing with that shit. Is y'all fucking stupid? Like, this is their plan. They want, this is 1984 George Orwell shit right here, where the kids can cuss you the fuck out and you can't do shit. Nothing. And they can threaten you, call the man on you now, control your ass. And you keep going, now you get in trouble. Well, I can't do anything. My hands are tied. Well, that's the whole point. Because the system wants your children. You know, the system wants your fucking kids. So give me a thumbs up, guys. Make sure we still here and cooking, because I can't see any comments. I don't know if it's me or what. And while I'm waiting for them comments, we're gonna show you, you know, the rhetoric around Rochester, New York, and motherfuckers is agreeing with this shit. You know, motherfuckers like, ooh, yeah. But here, this is, you know, a little lengthy. But here.
A new approach by the Palmyra Police Department after it says teens have been terrorizing the village. After arresting the same teens multiple times, officers went after their legal guardians, who in this case happened to be their grandparents, charging them with endangering the welfare of a child. Our Marcia Augustin spoke to the police and the families and has reaction to these controversial arrests.
What do you think police need to do in order to handle this? Because their hands are pretty much tied right now, they're telling me.
Well, not arrest me. I didn't do it.
Janet Heaven says her 13-year-old grandchild and 14-year-old friend were arrested for criminal mischief and criminal trespass. The teens, she says, are accused of breaking into a couple of trailers.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been doing what they were doing, but why am I getting arrested?
She says it doesn't make sense why she would be arrested for something she didn't do. It's embarrassing.
I was pissed. And then I had to go to court on the 21st. Why? I mean, I had a mugshot. I've never done this. I've never been arrested before. Mugshot, fingerprinted.
Janet recently suffered a stroke. When she got out of the hospital, she was arrested a few days later, along with the 14-year-old's great-grandmother for endangering the welfare of a child.
I don't know. I'm just like, why are you doing this? We're grandparents. We're raising them.
Kyle DiNardo, chief of police for Palmyra, says a handful of teens are causing 60% of the issues, and the crimes have gone from violation offenses to misdemeanors, now felonies and burglaries.
In the last year, they've been involved in 30 incidents between the two of them. Both of them about 30 incidents. A lot of these we started with warnings, then they went to PINS referrals, then they went to juvenile arrests with notifications to their legal guardian saying that we can't deal with this, you could be faced consequences.
These are the only charges she's ever had. The only ones. And they can say whatever they want, but they're wrong.
The chief says it's sad it's gotten to this point.
We had to arrest legal guardians in hopes that will maybe curb this.
How was it for you arresting these grandparents? You have grandparents, right?
Correct. It was difficult.
He says he's not doing this to punish these grandparents. He's doing it to help them. And says parents are most likely at their wits' end. Officer Robert Lewis says there are available resources before someone gets hurt.
I have dealt with these two in particular and their group every single time I'm at work. And I try to mentor them.
Take a care less. They're in here videotaping, social media, laughing about it, taking pictures. I'm about to be arrested, guys.
Janet says her grandchild has hopefully learned her lesson.
Her grandma being arrested, that she didn't like that. She's very sorry, you know.
Marcia Augustin, News 10, NBC.
Going in depth now, here's the legal definition of endangering the welfare of a child in New York State. If you act knowingly in such a way that is likely to cause an injury to the mental state, physical, or moral welfare of a child. It's a Class A misdemeanor. If convicted, you could face up to a year in prison or 3 years probation.
Some of the parents don't understand and need a little explanation, and they want to know why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
We're not trying to do it to punish them. We're doing it more to, if you need help, reach out.
Law enforcement fed up with the repeat criminal activity of local teens. You already heard from a grandmother charged after her grandchild kept getting into trouble with police.
It's something other departments have also done, but not Rochester police. News 10 NBC's Marcia Augustin heard from Rochester's mayor. She also spoke to the chief of police in Gates, who says charging parents or guardians is a strategy that seems to be working. Marcia?
That's right, Nikki and Brett. Chief Long believes it's helping. He spoke with me about one instance since arresting a teen's parent and says that teen has been staying out of trouble.
It's just over and over again we're dealing with the same issues.
The same teens were coming and doing it over and over again, and they were stealing cars.
Chief Rob Long with the Gates Police Department says the department was seeing an uptick in the same teens that were running amok in the town of Gates, stealing and breaking into cars and other mischief. He says New York state law, the section of endangering the welfare of a child, allows for parents to be held accountable. So they've charged and arrested parents in the hopes this will help prevent these teens from becoming another statistic.
If we've dealt with a child and it's their first time, we understand that. Kids are going to be kids, teens are going to be teens. If it's 30 times, I mean, at that point, we're arresting somebody other than the teen saying, hey, this is out of control.
Since arresting parents, Chief Long says he has seen a difference in some teens committing multiple crimes.
They had stopped. They didn't show back up because we never arrested them again, and we never had to deal with them. So maybe our arrest of both the kid and the parent, and finally the parent said, hey, enough. You know, you got me in trouble for your actions.
It's something the chief of Palmyra Police Department is dealing with, the same teens committing the same crimes. He says after months of warnings and not charging these teens, he's now at the point where they've had enough of the criminal mischief and arrested the grandparent and great-grandparent of a 14-year-old and 13-year-old.
They're just like, you can't do anything about it. I'm a juvenile. There's nothing you're going to do. We ran out of ideas. We've tried everything. I don't know if this will work. I hope it will.
Mayor Malik Evans says he's not there yet with police arresting parents.
That's I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step.
Mayor Evans says the first step would be to see how much you can work with parents in these challenging situations with their child. Gates PD and Palmyra say they don't take pleasure in arresting parents and added there are resources available and they just want parents to ask parents to contact them if they need the help.
We've been getting emails, hey, why isn't Rochester doing this? Right. So mayor says he's not ready for that yet.
Mayor Malik Evans says he's not there yet with police arresting parents.
That's I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step. But I'm not there yet where I'm going to start, charging and arresting parents because their kids are acting up. But I'm not there yet where I'm going to start, charging and arresting parents because their kids are acting up. But I'm not there yet where.
See, I'm back, guys. See, notice how he said "yet." But do you see? This is like. See, y'all, a lot of you guys can get this and understand, okay? Understand what I understand. See, the average person, they're going to watch this. They're not going to understand what the fuck we understand and talk about, how we look at this shit. How me, been calling this shit out for years that they were gonna do this shit. Like, I ain't no fucking psychic. I ain't no Nostradamus. And no, Jesus didn't come tell me this shit. This is you can see the fucking agenda. They created this fucking problem so they can do exactly what they're fucking doing to the T. I mean, the shit is fucking wild as fuck. To even yeah, hey, like I said, man, this city was in the path of motherfucking totality. That's why you seeing all this weird ass crazy shit go on here. You know, I mean, it's just gonna get fucking way worse. It ain't even been a stretch of warm weather yet in here. You know, it just been a little glimpse and a glimmer of taste. When that hazy, hot, humid shit come and everybody's out the fuck side, you better, it's fucking mayhem here, man. It's gonna be mayhem. It's mayhem already. It's gonna be mayhem, man. But this, and then the kids get off school. Oh my God. I mean, those motherfuckers don't even go to school, but I'm just saying. Yeah. But did you see how disgusting these motherfuckers talking about arresting parents and grandparents? And, you know, Palmyra, you know, the grandparents, we already know the families probably had a rough go. But I don't judge that. I'm judging this shit gonna be for around the fucking board. It's gonna be that blue collar fucking worker that unfortunately his kids hanging with the wrong motherfuckers, and now boom, you know? In no way, shape, or form is this some shit that should be even pondered, you know? And this shit is gonna go on. Oh, this is the agenda across the board, you know? This is the agenda. I tell people, man, tell truthers, get the fuck off the goddamn fucking internet, worried about world shit that you can't really got no effect of, and look in your own community because the agenda is rolling in your own community. When Mr. 19 was here, your own community was doing a lot of this shit to you. I mean, what the fuck, you know? I mean, it is what it is. Your own area you live in is fucking running operations, psychological operations. That's all you just witnessed. He just said, yeah, that motherfucker, they already got it they got it all ready to fucking go. You know? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they're gonna do it. You know? That was the mental exposure to see people's reaction. You know, who knows if they even really, you know, did some of that shit. You know, they had the mug shots and everything. So yeah, man, this is rolling in Rochester, New York, right? And arresting parents for some badass fucking kids. Did you see the shit? 30 fucking arrests. Bitch, that's your fault. Y'all don't have a system in place for these raggedy, wild ass motherfuckers. That's not, how the fuck is that the parents' fault, right? That's their fault for letting them the fuck go that many times. Oh, we can't charge them. Well, stop fucking with the people and go to the top and say, look, man, this shit is wrong. This cop saying he don't like doing it, he got to, fuck you. That's the bad mentality of the cop. Bitch should have been like, I ain't arresting no grandmother if they ain't commit no fucking crime. Fuck what they saying. That's wrong. Let me think about my grandmother for a minute. I mean, that's some stupid shit. You gotta go arrest parents now. Like, isn't it enough shit going on? Now you gotta go arrest fucking parents for children doing shit? Fuck it. Bobby just drove a stolen Kia through 20, like all these. Go get the parents. It'll be a high-speed SWAT fucking team at the parents' house, you telling me? Oh, what are they? So hold on. So they're gonna be holding parents hostages for the children now, as some kind of. I mean, think about this shit. Oh, we're gonna arrest the parents. Well, what about badass little Billy, who just don't give a fuck? I mean, come on, man. This shit is just ridiculous, man. You know, Billy's in a stolen Kia. All right, SWAT team's headed to the house to arrest the parents. Like, what in the fuck kind of society we come in? Yeah. This is Billy Joe. Yep, he lives at such and such. We're gonna go get the parents. You know, what if Billy does multiple? Does that increase the parents' charge to fucking felonies and shit? Like, what in the fuck? This could like, you if you're arresting parents for endangering the welfare of a fucking child, that is on their record. People can lose their fucking jobs over this shit. Like, what is wrong with people for even thinking this shit is cool? And I know you know, it's not gonna go that way because you look at the law, you know, I don't even know how the fuck they fit that into that law. You know, that's left for interpretation for, you know, whatever the fuck. But hey, they're doing this. They probably just give them an appearance ticket to come to family court, whatever. You know, it's probably an Article 10 proceeding, which involves family court. It's not criminal. You know, it's a civil penalty of liability for the children that are the states that you ain't taking care of. So you're under the trust of the state. So you're responsible. You're the responsible party. That's why it says guardian. Don't matter who the fuck you are. If you're in control of that child, you guys is in trouble. And that's just to gain more control over that child. And then that child will have to go to programs that are ran by the state. And that child will be getting programmed. This shit is wild as fuck, man. But I told y'all we were going to see it. I told y'all it was coming. You know? And here it is. They're arresting parents for, you know, that they want to strip parental rights. Point blank, period. How the fuck? I mean, like, yo, bitch, send them to jail. These motherfuckers can go to the doctors and get abortions at like, and not nothing to do with parents' consent at like fucking, I don't forget how old it is, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. One of them, pick them, look it up. I forget which one, but it's young, where they don't need no parent or guardian to make a choice. So that means these motherfuckers is out here make y'all also this same government entity bends and wills, the state bends and wills to whatever it wants to fit its agenda. Oh, they're adults and they can make their own choices there and change their little pee-pee into a little slit and tuck their nuts up and chop their nuts off, but yet they can't get in trouble. Bitch, are you kidding me? This shit is wild, man. And anybody saying that shit is okay, you under the spell your goddamn self. You got zero fucking sense. Make that shit make sense. They can go to the doctor, do all this shit without parental consent. But oh, the child is doing all this crazy shit, 13, 14, 15, 16. Look, I got it. Rest the parents. Wait a minute. But over here, they old enough to make that choice. Man, get the fuck out of here with this stupid shit. You know, get out of here with that dumbass shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Send their ass to fucking jail. I don't give a fuck. People that do shit gotta pay for it. That's the karmatic energy of doing shit. Yeah, the kids, you know, hey, it is what it is. They'll learn in that motherfucker. When I was young, I was scared to go to jail. I was scared of parents. I was scared of ass beatings. Yeah, we did shit and got fucked up and did all that shit. But hey, we learned. We knew it was wrong. You know? And then the same system that wants to do this put parents in jail for spanking their fucking kids. Scared the fuck out of them. Motherfucker don't even want to slap their kids no more. We got ass beatings with belts. And there's a limit to that. You know, there's a lot of fine line in today's society, you know, which I'm in agreement. And there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. Those people deserve, you know, to be reprimanded for that shit. We know what a genuine ass whooping is, and we know when it's a fucking abuse. But they've stripped that, and now this is what the problem is. No respect, no direction from at least 2 fucking generations now. Why? They took the ability, and it goes back farther than that. Took the man out of the house, paid the women, you know, hey, you get this much money, and if he's here, we'll take it from you. You know, father's got to duck out the back door when the state come to check the fucking house. I mean, come on, man. This shit has been a plan for a very long fucking time. You know? Long ass fucking time. So now all of a sudden, oh, arrest the parents, you know? Arrest the fucking parents. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know? And then think about this, man. Right, well, I got beat good, fixed me right up with my 125-pound Exactly, man. Think about that shit. You know, you had respect for, the men. The men. There was respect. You know, it's the community's fucking fault. So the community should be the one holding them accountable. Fuck, you telling the government to do it. Y'all motherfuckers need to get the fuck out of here with that mentality. Y'all want the government to do everything for you. Get the fuck out of here, man. Because guess who's going to be wrapped up in this bullshit? The motherfucker saying, you know, that yes, they need to be held accountable. You know? The fuck? Y'all don't know what goes on in society? Like these motherfuckers can make choices on tucking their balls, cutting their little ding dong off and taking hormone pills and growing tits and shit. They old enough to do that, but they ain't old enough to pay the price for the fucking crime. Man, get the fuck out of here. They old enough to say, oh, I want an injection. And, my mother and father, they don't want it. And the doctor calls CPS. Next thing you know, the motherfucker getting an injection. The parents, come on, man. This is where we at. Get the fuck out of here, man. I told people, man, pay the fuck attention, man. Everybody worried about the next fucking conspiracy theories in the truth community, realizing their own backyard, it's already fucking deep in progress. The fuck? Unbelievable, man. Holding parent, arresting parent. Think about that shit. And they've already been doing this. So you got a child that does something, they come arrest you. Like, what? Where does it stop? Where does the line get drawn? Who's regulating this shit? Who's like, this is what a danger to the welfare of a child doesn't involve the fucking parents like that. It just doesn't. All right. New York Penal Law 260-10-2 says that you are guilty of this crime if you are the guardian or parent of the child that is 17-year age or younger and fail to recognize reasonable diligence over that child to prevent him or her from being abused or neglected or a person that is in need of supervision. In the New York State case versus People versus Reyes, the court sets forth what type of parental conduct is considered and substandard. The court looks at the age of the child, the amount of time they were left alone, the reason they were left alone, and their maturity level, right? This is when little Raheem and babysitting himself at 12 to 13-year-old comes in the fucking question, I'm just saying. Often these types of crimes will include other charges as well. For example, a parental spanks a child with a belt. The defendant could also be charged with felony assault at the second degree, as well as a misdemeanor charge of endangering the welfare of a child. So what the fuck you supposed to do with Billy? See? And fucking Raheem. Think about this shit. This is what the law says. I'm reading something from case law and interpretations of the law. All right? Think about that. Think about that shit. Think about it, guys. So if you beat your kid for doing, now think this, right? A parent, this is just a situation, okay? The parent, little Billy crashes a stolen Kia and he's with Raheem. All right, they go get the parents now. Now, goddamn well, it's the parents that's going to beat the fuck out of their kid for that shit. Costing them money, time, humiliation, possibly a job, community humiliation because now you got arrested and your kid done did some fucked up shit. Now everybody know that's some psychological trauma, which is furthering the same bullshit, right? Now you done whooped the kid's ass in front of them while the police is standing there, because that's the fuck what I would do. I'm gonna knock my kids the fuck out. Like, what you did? I'm gonna smack the fuck out of them. And guess what? You got another charge. And then you got another endangering the welfare. So, come on, this shit is dumb as fuck. Well, and you got a right to corporal punishment. Corporal punishment is legal. This is why this shit is all crazy to me, because I understand the system. See, an average motherfucker don't know, so they can say shit like, well, the parent should be held accountable. And then the other one say, well, we should talk to our kids and try to reason with them. Man, they ain't our fucking friends. We are the parent and guardian, remember? We gotta guard them motherfuckers. And what does a guardian do? Their guardians have guns and they will fuck you the fuck up when you get out of line. We're a guardian, right? We supposed to be guardian our children, right? They're got guardians, right? The police guard them. And what would they do? If you're out of line, they'll fuck you the fuck up. They're gonna talk to you nicely. They're gonna raise their tone a little bit, but then they're gonna say, look, if you don't comply, if you don't meet my demands, or if you don't do what I tell you, I'm gonna physically fuck you up. They don't let us say those words, but that's what they're gonna do. So you do the same thing to your kids. Like, look, man, you stop doing that shit. They don't listen. Say, look, man, you keep doing this shit. Look, I'm gonna take your fucking Xbox. I'm gonna take your VR headset. I'm gonna take your cell phone. You keep doing that shit, I'm gonna fuck you up. You gonna get your ass beat. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. And you're gonna be grounded. Meaning, like prison, right? That's what they do. So a guardian, you should be able to fuck your child the fuck up when they get out of line. Not to the point where it is abuse, but y'all know what I'm saying. Kids know when they do wrong, and they know when a parent whooped their ass. Yeah, I shouldn't have did that shit. You know? Think about that shit. But this is what the law says, man. Like, come on, man. This is Reyes versus the people of the New York State. The court sets forth what type of parental conduct is considered substandard. The court looks at the age of the child, the amount of time they were left alone, the reason why they were left alone, the maturity level. Often these types of crime will include other charges as well. For example, parent spanks a child with a belt. Well, that's what we all got our ass whooped. We got fucked up with belts and sticks and twigs and paddles and shoes and whatever the fuck else was in the reach at the time. Right? But look at it now. It says the defendant could also be charged with felony assault in the second degree as well as a misdemeanor charge of endangering the welfare of a child. In New York State, a felony offense is a crime that is punishable by anything over 1 year in prison. All right. So I'm just saying. Now, the law itself, right? Endangering the welfare of a child, all right, 2610, 26010, right? A person is guilty of endangering the welfare of a child when he or she knowingly acts in a manner likely to be injurious to the physical, mental, or moral welfare of a child less than 17-year-old, or directs or authorizes such child to engage in an occupation involving substantial risk of danger to his or her life or health. Notice how they got health in there. I'm telling you, the parental rights agenda is to get injections into motherfuckers. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. You can believe what you want to. All right? You can believe what you want to. When it says her life or health, oh, this is when all the parents are like, nope, I'm not doing that. Oh, well, they're like, all right, well, okay. When this basket of agendas come out, we got one for your ass. We're going to make the kid, they know what they're doing. This shit is deep. All right. Number 2, being a parent, guardian, or other person legally charged with the care, custody of a child less than 18 years old. Now, this is where I'm going to talk about that later, because this is where it opens up the door. They need to think long and hard. There goes traffic enforcement pussies. They want to arrest parents and do all this other fuck shit. But here we go with traffic enforcement unit fucking with people driving. Got shit else better to do. Faggot motherfucker. Can't stand his ass. Same motherfucking cop too, every fucking time. Sits out there and just targets people working during working hours. Meanwhile, when all the crime is going on and the stolen keys, they can't pull up over. They got us called. This shit. This shit just fucking itches me. Big time. Itches me big time. That's the shit right there that, no. All right. But anyways, all right. Being with a parent, the legal guardian, a legally charged with the care and custody. Think of how they say this. Being a parent, or this is the law. This is what they have in the New York State Penal Code. Okay, endangering the welfare of a child. This is word for word, point for point. Being a parent, comma, guardian, or other person legally charged. See how they say that? Charged with the care custody of the child less than 18 years old. Why the fuck would they say charged? All right? Charged. Think about that. Charged, right? Well, why would they put that? How could you be charged with you're the parent, right? How could you be charged by being the parent? So somebody puts you in charged, right? Think about that. I mean, yeah, this is shit that we should be knowing, shit we should have been learning instead of gobbledygooking on the fucking internet. This is shit we should have been learning because we could have learned how society works. We could have learned how, spirituality's rolled into this, religions rolled into this, psychology's rolled into this, many different things, right? Are rolled into this, right? Okay, check this out. Charged, right? What the fuck, man? I hate this shit. They fucking blocked me on one of my own fucking devices from a website. I don't know how this shit started doing this, but it does. Won't even let me get in the bitch. Like literally, this is something I've been wanting to make a video out of, right? I have it on iBooks of law dictionaries, right? But I use the internet because it's faster to get there. And I could go on other people's devices, but on my own devices, this is two of them now, they won't let me get to the site. But I can look at it on a computer. But on my mobile device, I cannot look at the Black's Law Dictionary legal definitions on two of my devices now. I've been meaning to do a video to show you guys, it's just a lot of shit going on that we don't even have a clue about. It says that the website is literally, it says unknown site. This page could not be loaded properly. What the fuck? I can load it on any other device, no problem. But my devices, it blocks me from them. Pretty wild shit, you know? All right, let me go into the, hold on. Let me go to charge, right? I got it anyway. And they can block me from there, but all right. Now, charge means the official statement of the defendant's alleged crimes and outline of the specific part of the law that has been broken and on what custody is permissible only when the prisoner has been charged after conviction after trial custody. Without charge, therefore, subsequent to custody time limits. All right, but reason why I'm reading that is because if they just said in the penal code, right, of endangering the welfare of a child, okay, they just say number 2, part 2, being a parent or guardian other person legally charged with the care custody of a child less than 18 years old. Now, why does that matter? Because they said custody, right? Now, charge, what happens when you catch a charge? You get put into custody. So think about that shit. Think about that. What the fuck? How people don't understand how deep the family court is in. People just don't fucking understand how deeply the family court has you, right? All right. So if that number 2, being a parent means you're charged with the care custody of a child less than 18-year-old. What the fuck? Ain't that crazy? Think about that, right? And I'm gonna read another definition. Hold on. Not that one. All right. Charge, right? Check this out. accusation of an offense which is the preliminary step to prosecution. For example, a charge. uh, For example, A was charged with the murder of his wife. Two, a financial burden or an encumbrance, lien, claim. For example, a charge on property, jury charge. Like there's so many different ones, right? Another one is a responsibility or assigned duty or a task. For example, the manager was in charge of the administration of the office. Now, these are legal terms. Don't listen to manager, all this, but they're talking about a manager in an administration office, right? But think about that. They were in charge, right? Think about this. A person or thing entrusted in another's care. For example, the babysitter's the babysitter's three charges. What? These are legal examples in a sentence that show you what the fuck this shit means. A person or thing entrusted to another care. For example, the babysitter's three charges. Charges are children, right? Seven, to set or ask a price or cost or an expense. For example, the services are free of charge, right? Think about that, man. Why they have charge in there and what they do in the family court system. If they do financial charging, they do all this different shit in family court. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. All right. Think about that. You know, when you sign that motherfucking birth certificate, what do you think you're doing? You're signing a contract, a three-party contract with the state. All right. People don't understand this, man. And then you're charged with the care and custody of children, whatever that legal guardian may be. Man, that's crazy. All right. So now, right? We're gonna move on down there. Hold on. Fuck to go. Hold on, right here. We're gonna go to number 3. All right. Wait, no, we're gonna finish reading number 2. Sorry. Hope everybody's following. It was good, Tune Yoshi. Who else is up on here? Shout out to you, Sheriff of YouTube, OG, GG, uh, Remington. Shout out to you, Light Senju. Shout out to you. A lot of new faces. Hey, shout out to all you guys. All right. Shout out to all the new people who came up over here. But okay. So number 2 is being a parent or guardian or other person legally charged with the care custody of a child less than 18 years old. He or she fails or refuses to exercise reasonable diligence in the control of such child to prevent him or her from becoming an abused child, a neglected child, a juvenile delinquent. That's what these motherfuckers are running around this bitch. Or a person in need of supervision. That's what these motherfuckers are out here, right? As those terms are defined in Articles 10, 3, and 70 of the Family Court Act. That's why if you get charged with this, you go to the family court and you end up in an Article 10 proceeding. CPS gets involved, all this shit, right? A person is not guilty of the provisions of this section when he or she engages in the conduct described in subdivision 1 of section 260 of this article with the intent to wholly abandon the child by relinquishing responsibility for and the right to care of custody of such child, with the intent that the child be safe from physical injury and cared for in appropriate manner. The child is left with the appropriate person or in suitable location, and the person who leaves the child promptly notifies an appropriate person of the child's location. And D, the child is not more than 30 days old. That's talking about if you abandon the motherfucking child, right? And that's all for that charge. So how the fuck does a parent come to becoming arrested? Well, right there. Being a parent and guardian or a person legally charged with the care or custody of a child less than 18 years or old he or she fails or refuses to exercise reasonable diligence in the control of such child to prevent him or her from becoming an abused child, neglected child, or a juvenile delinquent or a person in need of supervision. This is why they want to go to family court, and this is why they want the child and the parents in there generating money, and now the state has more control over that child. I've been down to family court. I've seen a mother screaming and cussing the fucking police out. Well, y'all motherfuckers won't let me. I can't. They call CPS and I got CPS because I'm reprimanding my Joe. She was big mad. I've seen this shit firsthand. What the fuck y'all want me to do? That's what she was saying. Leave that motherfucker in jail. That's what the parent was saying. So it's wild, man. This is wild. So it's crazy, man. That's wild, man. That is just so fucking crazy. I'm gonna play it, and the mayor got it right. He got it right. He got it right so far. I already know. I'm just saying he got it right, and he came out, slipped up, and said this right. I'll play the short clip.
Some of the parents don't understand and need a little explanation, and they want to know why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
We're not trying to do it to punish them. We're doing it more to, if you need help, reach out.
Law enforcement fed up with the repeat criminal activity of local teens. You already heard from a grandmother charged after her grandchild kept getting into trouble with police.
It's something other departments have also done, but not Rochester Police. News 10 NBC's Marcia Gusson heard from Rochester's mayor. She also spoke to the chief of police in Gates, who says charging parents or guardians is a strategy that seems to be working. Marcia?
Mayor Malik Evans says he's not there yet with police arresting parents.
That's I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step. But I'm not there yet where I'm going to start, charging and arresting parents because their kids are acting up. I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step.
Like, come on, man. I mean, think about that. They know that is draconian. Like, your child does something, you get arrested? Like, what? Hell no. But this creates riffraff in the family, arguments among child and parent, right? It's going to do that because now there's going to be friction like, yo, motherfucker, you going to get me in trouble, man. And they think that, oh, it's a good thing that they're trying to sell it to your ass. That ain't no fucking good thing. Now that's going to create, it might be a motherfucking fight between the mother and father. And boom, next thing you know, the kid's out on the street or the kid's in with the government in foster care and all that shit. And the parents get to the point where, you know what? I don't want my parental rights no more. I'm giving them bitches up. And the kid goes where? To the fucking state. You think these motherfuckers running around little ages now supporting all the agendas to the fucking government, protesting and shit? Wait till this shit. They gonna have all kind of programs for these motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you, man, this is their 1984 George Orwell fucking plan. All right? Think about that shit. They got this shit going all over the country for this exact purpose, and it's to strip parental rights. Again, let me go in here. All right, hold on. Parental consent at doctors for children in New York State. Okay. Teenagers, healthcare, and the law. And this is done by the NYLCU. Guide to Minors' Rights. Okay. Teenagers, healthcare, and the law was drafted by, I already know if I get into these motherfuckers, we already know what they doing. All right. And it says youth organizers from the NYCLU's Teen Activism Project. Oh man, this shit is wild as fuck. Watch this shit though. Watch this shit. Look at this shit, guys. This is why I don't give a fuck. Bitch, go to jail. No. I show up to any one of these things. Send they at 14, 13, 12, 11, jail. Fuck it. Jail time. Why? You got all this money for Narcan, all this money for bullshit. You ain't got no cops on the street, so y'all got motherfucking money. $1 billion in the fucking city school fucking shit district here in Rochester, New York. Y'all can't build a motherfucking facility for these badass motherfucking kids and lock them the fuck up. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's how you fucking fix somebody. Lock their ass up. Point blank period. Lock them the fuck up. All right? Because when I read this shit, make it make sense to me. All the motherfuckers saying this is right. Get y'all asses so the far fuck away from me. I mean, literally. These motherfuckers saying this is what should be happening. Y'all ain't thinking. I would love for one of these motherfuckers to come debate me on this shit. Because I'll be like, are you fucking kidding me? Right? So check this out. Adolescents often do not get the health care they need. Research over decades confirmed that one major barrier of adolescents fear that healthcare providers will disclose confidential information about sensitive issues to their motherfucking parents and guardians. This is their agenda, not crime. They don't give a fuck. They want these kids fucked up. This is their shit. I ain't making this shit up out of my ass. Introduction. Adolescents often do not get the health care they need. Research over a decade has confirmed that the one major barrier of adolescence is they fucking parents. Well, we need to get them motherfuckers out the way, big pharma. How do we do that? Well, make them all wild. We got a system already in play. We'll put them through the system. Now the parents they're going to follow all the steps we say. If we say that motherfucker got to go to the healthcare department and go through all these steps, bitch, get on these medications, whatever the fuck they got for them to calm them the fuck down, that's where they're going. I've been telling these motherfuckers about this shit for years, man. But nah, I got caught gobbledygooking on the fucking internet, and all these other motherfuckers want to gobbledygookers and become truthers and talk about nothingness all day while they roll this shit right in front of you. You know? Think about that shit. Fuck out of here. But in many situations, the law allows teenagers to obtain medical treatment, including sensitive health care, such as reproductive or mental health services, without their parents' knowledge and involvement. No, without their parents' involvement or even the knowledge of it. Meaning, go behind the barracks, be slick, disrespectful, and go behind the parents' back and do shit that you should be talking to an adult about, because you have not developed the choices that maybe your parents went through. Look at this shit. Like, just reading this alone, this is fucked up. But we already let that slide. Now they about to sit here and put you in jail for your kid's behavior. And where does it end, motherfuckers? Where does it end? All right? This booklet seeks to clarify teenagers' rights under New York state and federal law to make their own medical decisions. Well, bitch, don't even talk to me about nothing. They can make medical decisions, bitch, they can make jail decisions. If they can make bad decisions, bitch, they can go to jail. Build the fucking jail. You know what? I'm donating to that bitch. Put these little motherfuckers in jail. I would rather them be in jail than running around terror. Who the fuck kind of makes this? Where the fuck is the logic? Let's have a poll, bitch. Jail or arrest parents? I'm not only gonna endorse jail, I'm gonna help build the motherfucker. I'll say, bitch, give me the shovel. Let me start digging this shit. What do I gotta do to help this shit be coming true? That's what I'm doing. You arrest parents or put a bitch in jail. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Build the jail. Build 10 of them bitches. I don't give a fuck. These little motherfuckers out of control anyway. Take all their devices. Don't let them have no access to internet. These little motherfuckers will be back in line real quick. Fuck out of here with this stupid shit. I'm up here reading some shit. They already gotten played about the healthcare, and motherfuckers up here talking about Yeah, parents need to be held accountable. Bitch, this shit gonna be in stone one day too. And little Billy gonna tell the parents to fuck off, bitch. Cause they got the state in control, just like they did with the women, to get the women all the power and fuck the all, man. Look at society. And a lot of this shit's coming from single broken fucking families. You know, one mama homes. Father ain't around. You know, for whatever the fuck reason. A lot of them bitches is understandable. All right. But society has created that. So what you think they're gonna do over here? The kid is gonna be the same motherfucking way. Just like how the man and woman have the battle of fighting. Now the kid and the parents are gonna have the battle of fighting. The kid gonna have more power. Tell the fucking women, it's gonna be child motherfucking rights. Like, no, I got a right to voice my opinion. Bitch, you only 12, I'll smack the fuck out of you. And you'll go to jail. And if I do something bad, you'll go to jail too. So shut the fuck up, dad. That's where they going with this shit, man. You think it's a fucking game. Man, you think this shit's a game. They want total fucking control. All right? Crazy, man. So this booklet seeks to clarify teenagers' rights under New York state and federal law to make their own medical decision. It is designed as an aid to teenagers and the professionals, social workers, counselors, teachers, and medical providers. Where the fuck the parents at? All this working, they say fuck the parents. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this shit. It is designed as an aid to teenagers and the professionals, social workers, counselors, teachers, and medical providers. Guess what all the motherfuckers are? The state. And we ain't even get into the motherfucking schools yet. This is the state. Where the fuck the parents at? Oh, fuck the parents. They already got them written out. In the medical field, your ass is already written out. If you go to the doctors and you tell the kid in front of the doctor, well, no, I want to be around. The kid be like, no. The doctor be like, well, it's okay. They got it right. And they bitches will call CPS on your ass and put a little note in there. Parents are non-agreeable. Parents are against it. They're giving Billy the problem. And if they watching you go out and you smack the motherfucker upside the head, CPS coming to your fucking door. Y'all better wake the fuck up. If you got kids, if not, hey, do you. I'm just telling you what the fuck's going on out here. Already done. This whole shit with the medical field been in play for a long time. That shit's gonna be in the schools. That shit's gonna be out in society. So social worker coming to your house for being your daddy and your mother. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously. Medical providers, right? That's the medication field. You know? Frequently, professionals can encourage communication between young people and their parents. You see the fucking word they use? Frequently, right? Professionals can encourage communication. That's about it, motherfucker. Y'all just could encourage the shit. No, bitch, don't talk to me. I take care of my fucking babies. Not you, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. All right. It says helping adolescents find needed support as they confront health issues. Like what? Do they got a dick, balls, and a cooch? That's the shit y'all talking about? Fuck out of here. Or they asking questions about, look, man, my mom and dad are like, yo, this shit don't look right. But y'all saying it look right. Which one is it? Well, Billy, it's the right choice. Yeah, but my dad said that the shit, it doesn't make any fucking sense. No, it's the right choice. He said it's shit intentionally left blank so we don't know what we're doing. Well, that's just because, and he said the emergency youth authorization and all that is just, and then afterwards came out and said that, all this other stuff, and now all these people are, well, it's just the best remedy. They ain't got no answer, bitch, but just take it. Fuck out of here, man. When teenagers cannot and will not speak to their parents, professionals can encourage them to seek support from other adults, family members, friends. Then it goes to social workers, because it ain't gonna be no family members, ain't gonna be no friends. It's gonna be social workers, rather than face to face their health problems alone. By publicizing information about adolescents' rights, however, we hope to encourage teens to seek medical care even when they cannot or will not this is just shit for abortions, all that shit they make money off of, man. I mean, this shit is crazy, man. I hope y'all paying attention. And those that don't get it, hey, y'all just don't get it. And those that are on board with charging parents, fuck y'all. Y'all obviously ain't thinking. You know, click, get off the fuck my channel and move. Guys, my phone overheated. But we back. All right, I'm gonna play this video just to give a refresher. You know, so bear with it. I gotta keep playing this shit so a motherfucker can understand what the fuck time it is.
A new approach by the Palmyra Police Department after it says teens have been terrorizing the village. After arresting the same teens multiple times, officers went after their legal guardians, who in this case happened to be their grandparents, charging them with endangering the welfare of a child. Our Marcia Augustin spoke to the police and the families and has reaction to these controversial arrests.
What do you think police need to do in order to handle this? Because their hands are pretty much tied right now, they're telling me.
Well, not arrest me. I didn't do it.
Janet Heaven says her 13-year-old grandchild and 14-year-old friend were arrested for criminal mischief and criminal trespass. The teens, she says, are accused of breaking into a couple of trailers.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been doing what they were doing, but why am I getting arrested?
She says it doesn't make sense why she would be arrested for something she didn't do. It's embarrassing.
I was pissed. And then I had to go to court on the 21st. Why? I mean, I had a mugshot. I've never done this. I've never been arrested before. Mugshot, fingerprinted.
Janet recently suffered a stroke. When she got out of the hospital, she was arrested a few days later, along with the 14-year-old's great-grandmother for endangering the welfare of a child.
I don't know. I'm just like, why are you doing this? We're grandparents. We're raising them.
Kyle Donato, chief of police for Palmyra, says a handful of teens are causing 60% of the issues, and the crimes have gone from violation offenses to misdemeanors, now felonies and burglaries.
In the last year, they've been involved in 30 incidents between the two of them. Both of them about 30 incidents. A lot of these we started with warnings, then they went to PINS referrals, then they went to juvenile arrests with notifications to their legal guardian saying that we can't deal with this, you could be faced consequences.
These are the only charges she's ever had. The only ones. And they can say whatever they want, but they're wrong.
The chief says it's sad it's gotten to this point.
We have to arrest legal guardians in hopes that will maybe curb this.
How was it for you arresting these grandparents? You have grandparents, right?
Correct. It was difficult.
He says he's not doing this to punish these grandparents. He's doing it to help them. And says parents are most likely at their wits' end. Officer Robert Lewis says there are available resources before someone gets hurt.
I have dealt with these two in particular and their group every single time I'm at work. And I try to mentor them.
Taking care of that. They're in here videotaping, social media, laughing about it, taking the pictures. I'm about to be arrested, guys.
Janet says her grandchild has hopefully learned her lesson.
Her grandma being arrested, that she didn't like that. She's very sorry, you know.
Marcia Augustin, News 10, NBC.
Going in depth now, here's the legal definition of endangering the welfare of a child in New York State. If you act knowingly in such a way that is likely to cause an injury to the mental state, physical, or moral welfare of a child. It's a Class A misdemeanor. If convicted, you could face up to a year in prison or 3 years probation.
Some of the parents don't understand and need a little explanation, and they want to know why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
We're not trying to do it to punish them. We're doing it more to, if you need help, reach out.
Law enforcement fed up with the repeat criminal activity of local teens. You already heard from a grandmother charged after her grandchild kept getting into trouble with police.
It's something other departments have also done, but not Rochester Police. News 10 NBC's Marcia Augustin heard from Rochester's mayor. She also spoke to the chief of police in Gates, who says charging parents or guardians is a strategy that seems to be working. Marcia?
That's right, Nikki and Brett. Chief Long believes it's helping. He spoke with me about one instance since arresting a teen's parent and says that teen has been staying out of trouble.
It's just over and over again we're dealing with this, the same issues.
The same teens were coming and doing it over and over again, and they were stealing cars.
Chief Rob Long with the Gates Police Department says the department was seeing an uptick in the same teens that were running amok in the town of Gates, stealing and breaking into cars and other mischief. He says New York state law, the section of endangering the welfare of a child, allows for parents to be held accountable. So they've charged and arrested parents in the hopes this will help prevent these teens from becoming another statistic.
If we've dealt with a child and it's their first time, we understand that. Kids are going to be kids, teens are going to be teens. If it's 30 times, I mean, at that point, we're arresting somebody other than the teen saying, hey, this is out of control.
Since arresting parents, Chief Long says he has seen a difference in some teens committing multiple crimes.
They had stopped. They didn't show back up because we never arrested them again, and we never had to deal with them. So maybe our arrest of both the kid and the parent, and finally the parent said, hey, enough. You know, you got me in trouble for your actions.
It's something the chief of Palmyra Police Department is dealing with, the same teens committing the same crimes. He says after months of warnings and not charging these teens, he's now at the point where they've had enough of the criminal mischief and arrested the grandparent and great-grandparent of a 14-year-old and 13-year-old.
They're just like, you can't do anything about it. I'm a juvenile. There's nothing you're going to do. We ran out of ideas. We've tried everything. I don't know if this will work. I hope it will.
Mayor Malik Evans says he's not there yet with police arresting parents.
That's I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step.
Mayor Evans says the first step would be to see how much you can work with parents in these challenging situations with their child. Gates PD and Palmyra say they don't take pleasure in arresting parents and added there are resources available and they just want parents to ask parents to contact them if they need the help.
We've been getting emails, hey, why isn't Rochester doing this?
Right.
So mayor says he's not ready for that yet.
Mayor Malik Evans says he's not there yet with police arresting parents.
That's I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step. But I'm not there yet where I'm going to start, charging and arresting parents because their kids are acting up. But I'm not there yet.
Let me know if y'all could hear me. Let me know if y'all could hear me. I don't know. For some reason, when I talk about family court and like real shit, nobody is around ever. You know, it's amazing, man. Like truthers don't give a fuck about family shit. You know, and other people. I don't know. It's just nobody. I'm like, damn, I'm the only motherfucker with kids. Like shit, I'm the only one that ever went through some shit like this. I'm like, man. I'm like, damn. Or people just don't get it or don't care. I don't know. But every time I do something about family court, and it's just I get nothing. You know. But hey, man, the spell is real. But hey, I just know what I see, and I know where they're going. But you saw what they're doing. I just read to you what the fuck they doing with the healthcare, the health shit. I mean, you got to be fucking kidding me, you know? All right, where's that back? Let me get back to reading that, right? Because um, where's it at? Where's it at? All right, NCLU, 124 pages. I'm not gonna read it. You can hear me? Okay, that's what's up, Toon Yoshi. You know, people just don't care, man. You know, just like my brother Wise said, most people that be around these woods, they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They just not. They don't get it, man. You know, it is what it is, man. It just circle just gets smaller and smaller. That's just how it's supposed to be. You know, that's just how it's supposed to be. But yeah. All right. Rather than face their health problem alone by publicizing information about adolescents' rights, right? However, we hope to encourage teens to seek medical care even when they cannot or will not confide in an adult family members or friends. We also hope to encourage professionals to respect the rights of adolescents and provide care when a minor does not seek adult involvement. After all, health care without an adult involvement is generally preferable to no health care. All right. All right. I want to get to the age, right? I want to get to the age about all these fucking rights. Because if these motherfuckers can do this, right? Who is an adult? Legally speaking, the term adult refers to anyone 18 years of age or older. This is what man says, so whatever. However you interpret that, I mean, there's grown motherfuckers who still children, you know? It's like motherfucking 50 years old, they still a fucking child. All right, then it's got informed consent, right? Consent mean a patient voluntarily agrees to propose treatment, right? In order to consent, patients must have capacity to consent, meaning they must understand. They must just be able to shake their head and say, yeah, because uh, Billy tucking his balls don't understand what the fuck he's doing. You know, it just is what it is, you know? Um, They must understand their condition and the nature and purpose of their proposed alternative treatments and the predictable risk of the benefits of the proposed alternative treatment, including option of no treatment at all. A patient who does not understand all of the above cannot give informed consent. Adults are generally presumed to have the capacity to consent, right? A healthcare provider must obtain informed consent before providing medical treatment unless it would not be reasonable to do so, as in the case of some emergency. Consent may be given orally or through the use of a written form. You heard that? Orally, like spoken, right? Consent may be given orally, okay, written form. Sometimes be inferred from patient's conduct. Example: holding out an arm for a shot. A healthcare provider who fails to obtain consent before treating a patient may be liable for malpractice, subject to exceptions. What? Or assault and battery. All right, where the fuck is the age? I need to know the age, right? Okay, the age. And if I showed you the picture that they got on here of, you know, consenting to healthcare, you'll know the demographic of fucking people that they are trying to target. And I'm going to show you just that, just so you know what the fuck is going on. All right, when we see all these motherfuckers running around our goddamn fucking neighborhood anyway, pro and doing all this other crazy shit. I'm about to show you what. Hey, it's not my. They got this on here. It is what the fuck it is. All right, you see that? You see it. I mean, you see it. Whatever pronoun you want to give it. There it is. Okay. All about healthcare, huh? All about healthcare. No, let me flip it like that. No, that's a clear agenda right here. You see that? Clear agenda. I'm just saying. So, all right. I want to find the age. But this shit is long, so let me go. And this is all got to do with parental rights. They're trying to their fucking school board meetings and shit. Parents will be banned from school board meetings if the children agree that, I mean, I'm telling you, all this shit is coming, man. Consent for, you know what, the V's, that was up on here. Um, legal consent to the rights of care, right? It's not really okay, regard. Look at that shit. How many mothers are under the age of 18? Look at this shit. Married minors. Minors who or have been married may consent to their own medical, dental, health care without consent of any other person. Minors who are parents. In New York State, parents, regardless of any age, may make all decisions related to medical, dental, health, and hospital service for themselves and their children. So if you got a child with a child, and that child, like you got an 18-year-old, under 18-year-old that got a baby, they make all the, you can't tell them nothing. Zilch. Nothing. Right? Then they got a question. Rosa, who is 16, and her 2-year-old son, Manuel, both catch the flu. Must Rosa involve her parents in order to get treatment from the doctor's office? No! As a parent, Rosa can consent to medical service for herself. Right? I mean, that's understandable, but these people, they don't do shit. It's not that's not why they're doing it. All right. I'm trying to find a fucking age limit because it's always some different shit. Pretty, who is 15 and pregnant, developed serious dental problems during her pregnancy. May Pretty consent on her own dental care? If Pretty dentist includes that her dental problems are related to her pregnancy, it is often the case the dentist may treat based on her own consent. All right. While there is no statutory definition of emancipation, in New York courts have defined emancipation as the renunciation of legal duties by a parent and surrender of the parental rights to a child. Parents in the state have continuing responsibility to support their child financially until the child reaches age 21, unless the child becomes emancipated before turning 21. Once a child is emancipated, the parent can no longer has the obligation to support the child. Well, that has to do with making decisions and all other kind of shit. All right. I want to give you the factual information about the children. All right. Ron, 17, has been living on his own for 2 years. He is financially self-supporting and lives in his own apartment. We know that. Okay. Minors who are incarcerated in facilities under the control of the Department of Corrections may generally consent on their own to routine medical, dental, and mental health service. Such care defined to include any routine diagnosis or treatment, including without limitation of the administration of medications or nutrition, the extraction of bodily fluids for analysis, and the dental care performed with local anesthetics. In addition, incarcerated minors may consent on their own to their immunization against Hep B when a court is committing a minor under 18-year age or older. The Department of Corrections, the judge must ask whether the parents or legal guardian will give the minor permission to consent to routine health care. Even if no parent or guardian gives permission, however, the law provides that the court order committing the minor to the Department of Corrections will be treated as giving the minor the right to consent to routine service. So long as incarcerated minor is under 18, a parent may or guardian may file a motion objecting to any health care, blah, blah, blah. The law explicitly recognizes that incarcerated minors retain the right to consent on their own behalf to any medical. They already got that shit covered. Point blank, period. They'll swindle them into doing it. They don't need the parents' consent, right? So all this is for, if these motherfuckers can do all this, bitch, they can go to jail. That's the point I'm trying to make. They can go to jail, you know? So what's a minor? I mean, I guess that's the question. Like, what's a minor? Anyone under the 18 years of age, all right? So how far does that go down, all right? This is where I said the age 12, right? A provider may withhold information from a minor's patient's parents if the minor is over the age 12 and objects to the disclosure. In such cases, the healthcare provider should rely on his or her judgment as whether to disclose the information. There it is right there. That's what I was waiting to see. 12 years old, guys. 12. A provider may withhold information from a minor's patient's parents if the provider reasonably believes the minor is subject to abuse or neglect by the parent. Disclosure could endanger the minor, and the provider determines in the exercise of professional judgment that it is not in the best interest of the minor to involve the parent at 12, guys. So if they could do this at 12, bitch, they can go to jail. Don't talk to me about any of this shit. They can go to jail. Why can they have all these rights to do all this shit? They could go do all this shit on the street, go in the system, the same system that could give them treatment, be released, and keep doing it 30 fucking times, like this guy said, and there's nothing they could do, but they got the whole healthcare system down pat. They're adults in that shit and make their own decisions, but when it comes to knowingly doing crimes, they magically can't go to fucking jail. What in the fuck? And I'll tell you why that is. I know why, but I'm just saying logically. Well, why that is because they're a minor. They're already in the care of parents. So that's why they need to charge the parents, because it's for money and an agenda. If they're in the prison, they become under the care of that institution. See? It is what it is. The custody changed hands. If a motherfucking child goes to fucking jail, bitch, I can go to court, petition the court, and say, hey, they're no longer in my custody. They gonna be in this bitch for 5 fucking years. See, they don't want that. That's what the fuck I would do. That's what the fucking lawyer would do. A good lawyer would do that exact same fucking thing. We're like, well, they're not in your care, so they're in the state's care. Why the fuck you got him? It is what it is. You know? 12 years old, guys, but they're saying that parents should be held accountable. But they can make all these other adult choices, right? Unbelievable, man. This is society we live in, guys. You know? And shout out to all you that get it. You know, all you that get what the fuck's going on. Shout out to you. Now we're going to go into the school. Right? We're going to go into the school. Okay? These badass motherfucking kids doing all this crazy shit out on the streets, right? Hold parents accountable and shit, right? Do all this shit, right? Hold on 1 second. Here, and I'm just gonna go back here real quick. I'm gonna play the video of what they're saying.
A new approach by the Palmyra Police Department after it says teens have been terrorizing the village. After arresting the same teens multiple times, officers went after their legal guardians, who in this case happened to be their grandparents, charging them with endangering the welfare of a child. Our Marcia Augustin spoke to the police and the families and has reaction to these controversial arrests.
What do you think police need to do in order to handle this? Because their hands are pretty much tied right now, they're telling me.
Well, not arrest me. I didn't do it.
Janet Heaven says her 13-year-old grandchild and 14-year-old friend were arrested for criminal mischief and criminal trespass. The teens, she says, are accused of breaking into a couple of trailers.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been doing what they were doing, but why am I getting arrested?
She says it doesn't make sense why she would be arrested for something she didn't do. It's embarrassing.
I was pissed. And then I have to go to court on the 21st. Why? I mean, I had a mugshot. I've never done this. I've never been arrested before. Mugshot, fingerprinted.
Janet recently suffered a stroke. When she got out of the hospital, she was arrested a few days later, along with the 14-year-old's great-grandmother for endangering the welfare of a child.
I don't know. I'm just like, why are you doing this? We're grandparents. We're raising them.
Kyle DiNardo, chief of police for Palmyra, says a handful of teens are causing 60% of the issues, and the crimes have gone from violation offenses to misdemeanors, now felonies and burglaries.
In the last year, they've been involved in 30 incidents between the two of them. Both of them about 30 incidents. A lot of these we started with warnings, then they went to PINS referrals, then they went to juvenile arrests with notifications to their legal guardian saying that we can't deal with this, you could be faced consequences.
These are the only charges she's ever had. The only ones. And they can say whatever they want, but they're wrong.
The chief says it's sad it's gotten to this point.
We have to arrest legal guardians in hopes that will maybe curb this.
How was it for you arresting these grandparents? You have grandparents, right?
Correct. It was difficult.
He says he's not doing this to punish these grandparents. He's doing it to help them. And says parents are most likely at their wits' end. Officer Robert Lewis says there are available resources before someone gets hurt.
I have dealt with these two in particular and their group every single time I'm at work. And I try to mentor them.
Taking care of that. They're in here videotaping social media, laughing about it, taking pictures. I'm about to be arrested, guys.
Janet says her grandchild has hopefully learned her lesson.
Her grandma being arrested, she didn't like that. She's very sorry, you know.
Marcia Augustin, News 10, NBC.
Going in depth now, here's the legal definition of endangering the welfare of a child in New York State. If you act knowingly in such a way that is likely to cause an injury to the mental state, physical, or moral welfare of a child. It's a Class A misdemeanor if convicted.
All right. So, shout out to all you guys. And, all right, now we're going to talk about the fucking schools before I get up off here. I've been going for, 137 hour and 37 minutes, whatever. All right. Now the schools, right? Now your kids go to school. A lot of these bad little motherfuckers are under the age 18, so they need to be in school. They're in school. So okay, this is what the law says, right? Now this is case laws. Okay, I'll read case laws. Fuck all that other stupid shit, right? All right. Case law under New York law. This is under New York State. Your state might be different for those that give a fuck, because obviously I don't think many people really even give a fuck about all this information that I'm giving out. So, hey, for those 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, shout out to you, Toon Yoshi, and others that are watching. Y'all care. This is for y'all, right? Because it's going to go on in your neighborhood. It's just, hey, Rochester, path of totality, baby. A lot of shit's going to be coming from this fucking area. Okay. While children are in school and during school hours, the school stands in the role of the child's parent and is charged, there's that word again, with the responsibility or in legalese, the duty to exercise such care of them as a parent of an ordinary prudence would observe in comparable circumstances. Mirand versus City of New York, 84, NY2D at 49, quoting House versus Durham, 281. These are all case laws. NY54, blah, blah, blah. And this was in the case law. As New York State's highest court observed in Mirand, the duty owed deserves from the simple fact that school is assuming physical custody and control over its students, effectively takes place of the parents and guardians. But what happens after the official school day ends, that's different fucking story, right? Unless it's an after school activity. And I mean, that's totally different. But while that motherfucker is in school doing all this fuck shit, bad shit, Now say they commit a crime in school. Oh, who's in trouble for that one? Their parents ain't even around. A lot of crimes happen when a kid's in fucking school. A lot of the shit don't get reported because of not this reason. Now you know why, right? Now you know why exactly a lot of shit, rapes, fights, assaults, a lot of shit goes on in school, gets swept under the rug. Why? Because they can be sued because the care is in the custody of that district, whatever, you know? Thanks. You know? It is what it is. That's New York State. Your state may be different, but in New York State, yep. When them motherfuckers get dropped off, they're the guardian. They're responsible. They're the responsible person. All right? Think about it, man. Your kid gets injured. If your kid gets punched in the face by somebody, bitch, I'm dialing 911, and these motherfuckers getting sued because they responsible. What did y'all do to stop it? This shit should have been going on. A lot of shit would be different around this motherfucker, but I get it. From ignorance and shit like that, you know, it is what it is. My kids ain't in school. The other two, they in school. You know, it's cool. You know, whatever. That's another story I got to talk about in another day, right? But if your child gets punched in the face, that's assault. Somebody going to jail. Oh, they can't because they're too young. They're going to be let back on the street. Oh, the city of Palmyra and Gates are arresting parents. So if you in Gates, New York, and you magically, possibly, somehow stumble across this video or Palmyra, and your kid gets assaulted or something happens to them in school, motherfucker, the school, if the parents going to jail, somebody from that motherfucker district is catching the fucking charge. See? No, we don't want to talk about that, though. All the people talking about, yeah, parents should be held charge. Whoever's in charge of it should be held charge. Bitch, the school's in charge of the fucking kids 6 hours or 7 hours in a fucking day. Why ain't they in school? Well, they checked in and they left. Oh, that ain't my fault, motherfucker. I'm at work, bitch. They got to school. I dropped them there. They left. How the fuck y'all let them left? You're in trouble for that. See, they don't want to talk about that. But when you're dealing with law, this is where it'll go. And guess what? It will be the school's fault for not having alerts like, oh, Billy just left the fucking school. You better come get him now because he ain't in our care no more. Did they get that phone call? Were you alerted? Were you made aware? Did you go make the effort to find? Nope, I didn't get a fucking phone call. Hey, school, do you got a phone call? No, we didn't do that. You're liable, bitch. That's it. See? See how that works? Nah, we just want to scream shit out of our fucking rabbit trap. Oh yeah, hold the parents responsible. Yeah? You sure about that? Because that shit's gonna leak into other shit. Right? Hold the parents responsible. Yeah, y'all just guardians, motherfucker. That's all y'all are. You ain't even real parent. You're charged with the duty and care of your child, which ain't yours, which actually is the state. And this is why they can come out and say, bitch, we gonna arrest you. You're not taking care of our fucking property. So now we got to go through the steps to do that. See? See how that works? See how that works? Straight, that's the schools. Schools are under case law, by law. They're the guardians when you drop the motherfuckers off. That's why they be so serious with shit. I get it. I understand that. And that's a state. Again, I'm all for putting kids in fucking jail. Put them bitches in jail. They want to do jail, adult crimes, go to fucking jail, bitch. That's it. My kids do some shit, bitch. Y'all gotta go out and be sad. And they don't, my kids ain't bad kids. So I can't, you know, I see a lot of bad kids. Them motherfuckers need to go to jail, man. Sit down for a while. Take their devices, you know? Make the jail fucking like a jail. Make them miss their parents and shit. Scared straight shit. What happened to that shit? Fuck that. If they can, the medical fucking field, they can make their own decisions. But on crime, oh, they're just minors. They don't know any better. What the fuck is wrong with society? That's the first thing I say to a motherfucker. I said, listen, shut the fuck up with that stupid shit. They can make all their decisions medically, but then when it comes to crime, they can't because they don't know right from wrong. These are already laws, bitch. Your ass go against your kid in the fucking doctor's office, bitch, you got a CPS case. They're going to be coming to you, motherfucker. What is wrong with you? This shit is already in place. It's already in place, you dumb motherfucker. You talking about arrest the parents, bitch. You'll get arrested by telling Billy he can't tuck his fucking balls. You know? Fuck wrong with y'all. 13-year-old Billy says, look, I want a ball tuck. You said, look, you're going to get the fuck far away from my house. Up, neglect. I can do that, Dad. I want to tuck my nutsack. Yep, and they're going to knock on your door. You're going to have to go in therapy and counseling on why they have a right, and you should respect that. You know, the best interest of the child. Look, he was born this way. You know, thank you. Fast forward, fucking, we're 25 years too late, bitch. Deal with them consequences. You know, unbelievable, man. But yeah, I'm gonna do a continuance off this. This is like a real topic that you know, should be talked about. Yeah. But shout out to Malik Evans for getting it half the fuck right for now. But we all know that this tone right here,
Some of the
this
parents
tone,
don't understand and need a little
this
explanation,
tone
and they
will
want to know
change.
why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
We're not trying to do it to punish them. We're doing it more to, if you need help, reach out.
Law enforcement fed up with the
You hear the rhetoric from these motherfuckers? Like, we're not doing this to punish people. Bitch, y'all doing it. What you mean? Y'all, they lost all fucking remedy. The only remedy, oh, we got to arrest the parents. Meanwhile, in the medical field, they can make all the decisions like an adult. Like, what in the fuck, man? This shit is crazy. This is why I don't go on anybody's fucking podcast. You know how many people ask me to come on their podcast here locally, come on their little radio station, because I'm coming through that bitch swinging the fucking sword to high hell Susie. I'm coming in that bitch and motherfucking every damn thing with logic and reason. You know, I don't give a fuck if they're doing all this gay shit in school. Just like I told somebody last night, I seen them post the shit about how, you know, they're doing all this shit in school. I said, who who gives a fuck? Y'all got y'all kids in there. Y'all all these years bitching and complaining about it. It's more than enough people in the community that are very intelligent, smart, have money that could have said, we start our own school, fuck these people, and be better off in society. So I don't care. I don't got no remorse. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Wake the fuck up, be men and women, and get your shit together. That's what I tell them. Get your shit together. Stop bitching, fucking whining and shit all the time. 3 fucking years y'all been whining about this shit. Who gives a fuck? It's their schools, not yours. They could do what the fuck they want to do in the school. Who gives a flying fuck? I don't care. I'm glad they're doing that shit. I'm so glad so people could realize what the fuck is going on and say, you know what? This shit is crazy and it ain't right. And 1,000 more people say the same thing and look at each other and realize, hey, your wife's off from work. Hey, your husband's off from work. Hey, your husband fucking builds this and does that. Your wife is good at this. How about we just make a community and just fucking teach our fucking own kids? God damn, you'll change a whole fucking society. No, leave it to the state. Their job, they want to arrest the motherfucking parents. They already got the medical shit down pat. Bitch, they don't need your consent. Sarah come home with a fucking abortion or some shit that you don't believe in. You ain't even know about it. Now you done slap the shit out of Sarah. Now you got a double whammy. Or you want that shit to be gone and Sarah says, I want to keep it. And, you know, it is what it is, man. They got the choice to do that. No, they got the choice to go to jail over fucked up crimes they're doing. I mean, seriously. Seriously, guys. So I'm done ooving and ooving for now. Shout out to all you guys. And again, Malik Evans got it right here. And I'm going to wind it on down, man, and I'll talk to y'all later. Shout out to all you guys that joined in this morning. Shout out to all you guys who watch this later, you know. Just wake the fuck up. This shit going on in your neck of the woods, too. Shit I seen miles the fuck away. My kids ain't doing shit like this, you know. I ain't got to worry about it, you know. But I got to worry about myself getting smacked by a little fucking 13, 14, and 15, 16-year-old driving a stolen fucking Kia. Them bitches need to go to jail. You beat their ass, you go to jail. Ain't that some shit? They don't know what to do. How the fuck you mean to tell me y'all motherfuckers been cracking heads for years and don't know what to do? Bitch, if y'all can't see this is a fucking agenda and all you got to say is arrest the fucking parents, but this is the thing, you're gonna arrest adults while adults is out here committing crimes and y'all let them motherfuckers out. How does any of this shit make sense? How does any of this shit make it any fucking sense? I done seen a fucking stone cold ass motherfucking criminal get arrested 100 goddamn times, still out on the street, police chases and everything. They ain't even arresting them motherfuckers, but they got a solution for you to arrest your ass. They coming after people who actually obey the laws and letting people who don't obey the laws. I bet you if it was fucking a crack of they ain't coming after no crackhead parents. They ain't gonna do none of that shit. They ain't gonna do none of that. They got real fucking plans in this motherfucker, man, and people need to pay attention, you know? So yeah, man, that's all I got, man. And look, and just email me, man. All you gotta do is email me, right2021@gmail.com. Just hit me up. right2021@gmail.com. Just hit me up, man. I talk to people all the time, you know, all the day. And if I don't get around, it's because I'll be busy or talking to somebody else. Some conversation. I had a conversation yesterday for like 2 hours. You know, just met a brother like right in front of Advanced Auto Parts. You know, ended up talking for 2 hours. So, you know, just hit me up. But yeah, man, real agendas, real shit going on. Fuck the gabbledygooking on the internet with all this other shit that we can't fucking prove and, you know, all this other shit. In our own neighborhoods, there's real shit, real agendas. They got all these fucking protests all over. I tried to go by the one in Rochester, but you can't even get in there. They got what the fuck kind of protest is this? I can't even get in the motherfucker. I can walk, but I can't drive. I might go down there today just to walk through and I'll show you all the the medical consenters without parental fucking guidance are all out here. These are all the medical consenters right here that are under the age of 18 who made their own decisions. These are the motherfuckers right here. Basically, you know, probably one parent home. Dad didn't have no fucking balls to like crack on his ass. You know, mom was too busy. These were just fucking outcast, reject motherfuckers, and the medical system got a hold of them. And, you know, now they're the little fucking agent warthogs that'll be out for everything they push. You know, they could switch their gender all the way back to the right way. They ain't gonna do it, but they can do that and they'll do it. And they'll be like, I was wrong. I was born this way. I was born a man. Yeah, I turned into a woman, but now I'm a man. Yeah, they'll do that. That's how they got these motherfuckers. I kid you not. It's 70 fucking degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Yesterday, I seen the most masks I've ever seen since the fucking pandemic. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, there's something going on we don't know. It was motherfuckers in the park on a park bench talking to each other with fucking masks on. And I'm sorry, but the demographic was the tattoos, the piercings, and you know, the same motherfuckers you'll see at them damn protests wearing a goddamn mask. It's a serious fucking mental illness, man. God. But that's all the shit talking that I got today. It's a beautiful day. You know, I'll leave you with the only thing that this motherfucking mayor has gotten right so far, but he's gonna quickly diminish that into, yeah, we're arrested parents now. So look out, Rochester, you know, furthering, breaking apart the family, furthering giving the state your children, you know, perfect design. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Much love to y'all. But here's the video.
Some of the parents don't understand and need a little explanation, and they want to know why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
We're not trying to do it to punish them. We're doing it more to If you need help, reach out.
Law enforcement fed up with the repeat criminal activity of local teens. You already heard from a grandmother charged after her grandchild kept getting into trouble with police.
It's something other departments have also done, but not Rochester Police. News 10 NBC's Marcia Gustin heard from Rochester's mayor. She also spoke to the chief of police in Gates, who says charging parents or guardians is a strategy that seems to be working. Marcia?
Mayor Malik Evans says he's not there yet with police arresting parents.
That's I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step. But I'm not there yet where I'm going to start, charging and arresting parents because their kids are acting up. I don't want to say draconian, but that's a tough step.
Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a mind reader. Mind reader. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my veins. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a mind reader. Mind reader.
And it's the same bike for 2022. So I'm gonna do the 2022 upgrade. 2022. Well, you know what I love about this, guys? Everything's modular.